May God bless you all. Today we're going to continue our discussion on pastoral wisdom, and we're trying to answer the question where this pastoral wisdom can be found. Obviously Kierkegaard's and Fr.Mario's concerns together emphasize one important thing, that self-reflection on action within relationship is important to the development of pastoral wisdom. So self-reflection on action within relationship. Obviously the action of pastoral care occurs because or due to the convictions and the concerns of religious community, and also due to the relationships within that community. Now, in order to strengthen those relationships with the people who are somehow away from that community, pastoral action is needed. Therefore, relationships within a community of faith always support individual action, and the pastoral action itself contributes in its own manner to enrich and strengthen relationships that fall within and also beyond the religious community. Now, action in ministry evolves out of one experience in relationship, and it is the intent of any pastoral action to make easier, to facilitate more relationship. Now, there are three things that are so important, so crucial in pastoral care. As we have said, they are the doing of pastoral action, the pastoral care, sharing what has happened in the ministry with other ministers, and also reflecting on the meaning of the pastoral action and one's development in ministry within that special community, we can call it, of pastoral carers or spiritual care providers. Now, even though philosophers like Kierkegaard and Fr.Mario were a little bit critical of thinking separated from action or relationship, thinking is an essential part of pastoral wisdom. We cannot attain pastoral wisdom without thinking. Thinking, or as we may put it, the interpretation of how a pastoral action went, is part and parcel with pastoral wisdom, even though it's different from abstract thought, because abstract thought has no relationship with the action, whereas here we have action, reflection, action. Now, one of those authors who really underscored, that is really emphasized this truth, was the psychologist Paul Prussier, who is one of the forefathers, we can say, of modern pastoral care. And Prussier brought action, relationship, and meaning together in what he called transformational knowledge, a knowledge that changes us. This knowledge, according to Prussier, comes not from abstract theories, but from practical engagements with the intent of producing change in the person to whom help is offered and in the person offering help. So in simple words, pastoral action for Prussier changes the receiver and the giver. And in such relationships, practitioners, pastors, and others often have to make new decisions. Obviously, not infrequently by an intuitive wisdom. They have to intuit, and through that intuition they do the decisions. Now, transformational knowledge, the way we get this transformational knowledge always involves that we as chaplains get messed up, sort of, or else involves the messy aspects of human life. So this knowledge comes from messy aspects of human life. Obviously we do not necessarily get messed up, because that's not a good thing, but we come close to the messy aspects of human life. That is important. Those things that can't be theorized about or worked out beforehand. And these aspects of life, however, require as much thought as the more academic or controllable dimensions of life. And this thinking is most often done after action for help or change has taken place. Now, in today's contribution or sharing, we have seen this important aspect, that pastoral care involves transformational knowledge. And transformational knowledge comes from the messy aspects of human life. So when we do pastoral care in our hospitals, we are engaged in that messy aspect of life. And from what we hear and the way we respond to it, bit by bit we start a process of transformational knowledge. Father, thank you, God, for this beautiful reflection today on transformational knowledge, as provided for us by McMurray and most of all of Prussier. Help us to grow in this transformational knowledge and help us to learn from our lives and the lives of the patients we minister, so that this knowledge really help us to strengthen our identity as pastoral chaplains, not only the way we carried out pastoral care, but also we as ministers and ministers of your transformation. Thank you, God, for all this knowledge today. And may God bless you all.